Poker's legendary champions, next generation stars, and tireless ambassadors of the game, sharing their wisdom and guiding your journey to high achievement on the green felt. This is Tactical Tuesday on Chasing Poker Greatness with your hosts, Brad Wilson and Jon Chai.
Welcome, my friends, to another episode of Chasing Poker Greatness. As always, this is your host, the founder of ChasingPokerGreatness.com, Coach Brad Wilson. Today, I am joined by Jon, who is in his Sunday's best. You can tell. I don't know what the special occasion is, but the man...
The start of football season.
Yeah, he has a polo shirt on and is the most overdressed that I've ever seen him.
I'm overdressed. You look a little underdressed. We just balance each other out, and it's a normal episode. I'm
at home recording Tactical Tuesday on my computer. What do I got to dress up for?
I'm saying even for Tactical Tuesday, you know.
I'm underdressed for Tactical Tuesday? Man, the standards of these listeners, they need me to dress up.
It's a serious podcast.
Yeah, that's a fair point. What are we doing today? Well,
we're talking about sizing value bets on the river.
Sizing value bets on the river. All right. Well, without dilly-dallying, let's dive into the hands. You can start. I'll let you break down the action here. So
I'm on the button. Jack 10 offsuit. I open to $30. Small blind folds. Reg in the big blind calls 30. We're about 115 big blinds effective to start the hand. So nothing crazy depth-wise. Flop is 8-3-3, 2 spades. I do have the 10 of spades in my hand. The small blind starts out by checking. I start out with a small bet, I would assume. Oh, kind of big, actually.
Yeah, like half.
Yeah.
Probably go quarter. It's fine. Or a third, I mean. But so you bet a third. I think it's totally reasonable, and you get check raised. Oh, wow. This is...
Yeah, and I'm talking about sizing value bets somehow, right?
Yeah. Talking about sizing value bets, you bet 50%, you got check raised. It's moments like this that make me realize that throughout the course of you and I's coaching sessions together, you have learned something. Because for a while, this like you would have been shocked if I'd have even suggested that you call this check raise.
But I have a spade.
Oh, I see. Okay, you have a flush draw. I forgot how you feel about flush draws. Okay, so you turn a 10 after calling. There's 272 in the pot. The board is 10-8-3-3 with 2 clubs, 2 spades. You have the Jack 10 of the offsuit variety. I'm guessing the river is going to be a 10, so you should just check back the turn here if we're talking about value. But yeah, talk about your turn decision.
So turn goes check. I mean, I think I was planning on stabbing turn had I not made a pair or like improved to so much equity that I would feel bad about having to bet fold. That doesn't happen very often. So I do make the pair. Now I think like their villain's check raise on the flop is extremely polarized. It's going to be a lot of, I don't know, club hands,
I don't know.
Spade hands, 3x.
I think they could check raise some like 8x too.
Sure.
Like weaker 8x.
Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it's not completely polarized. Like it definitely could be merged. Maybe like the really strong 8x, like ace 8, king 8, check raise the flop.
Yeah,
that's totally reasonable as well. I do make a pair though. So now versus that like relatively polar range, I'm just checking back, going for 1 bet on the river.
So you check. River's a 4 of diamonds. No full house. So villain checks, which is where we make it to sizing of your value bet here, targeting 8x because. That's what's interesting about this hand, right? Because like to make a value bet, you have to be targeting something, which means the flop check raise is more mergy. You felt it was more mergy in nature.
Yeah. I think when they check raise and then check twice, their range feels extremely mergy to me. Where like I would just expect. I know this.
We
maybe
went
this
from
is a problem
extremely polarized to extremely mergy.
No. When they check raise the flop,
extremely though.
When they check raise the flop, I think that's I think that's more polarized than like mergy. Once they check raise the flop and then check the turn, we're like more into merged land. Once they check raise the flop, check the turn, and check the river, I think we're like full on into merge land. I don't think they're doing
Extreme merge land.
Yeah.
What you say?
It's just a lot of 8x now. Maybe pocket nines that doesn't 3-bet pre or something like that. That's just what I expect them to show up with a lot.
I'm just marveling at like nothing's ever like polarized or merged. It's extremely merged. Or extremely polarized. There's so
if it was only a little bit, we would. All right. Anyway.
You
so
go
I go ahead. I
and
try to
bet
target those
half
8x
pot.
hands.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think about the size. I think this is where.
Yeah, I would just go bigger. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I would just like overbet probably.
Oh wow. That big. Okay.
I mean, you're polarizing, right? Like polarizing versus the extreme merginess.
Yeah.
I think that would be my preference. Like
Okay.
once you have all these data points. Oh, you get jammed on. Congratulations.
Free money.
Oh, man. Free money. I would have felt much worse if I would have overbet and they would have jammed.
Yeah. This one doesn't even feel that great, right? Like the only time I feel great about when I get jammed on here is if I, 1/3 or quarter of the river and they jam. I'm like, okay, I feel pretty good about this one.
Yeah. I'm flummoxed. I feel bad about it, but
Yeah, I'll just reveal my thought process in these spots. When I get check raised here, like after a line like this, or after they've just checked a bunch of times previously before the river, I struggle to give them credit.
Yeah, you default to like, if you had a good hand, wouldn't you have bet at some point? Like,
Yeah,
wouldn't you just bet the turn with a good hand?
If you have the discipline to like check 10s full or 8s full or whatever, 3-4 like that many times, then
yeah,
good.
yeah, you're right. It's just a call.
Yeah, if you're balanced here, you deserve it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna see like 2 5s, 2 6s. I'm gonna go with 5s or 6s. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that an 8 feels the need to jam. Like, maybe, but
I don't think an 8 jams. I think that there's just like a lot of random stuff.
yeah, busted flush draw.
Yeah.
They
So he
did
checked the river because he
though.
made a pair, and then
Yeah, they didn't check the turn.
yeah, I don't know.
Like they had 7 high on the turn and they opted to check.
Oh.
So, all right, nice call, well done, villain with a 4. Try again next time. Next time you better have trips, I guess, to have any hope. Nice hand, and so after making this very nice induction bet on the river, I guess we'll head to hand number 2, thinking about value bet sizings on the river. Stick around after the break.
Are you a lone wolf searching for the ultimate pack? The CPG Wolf program is a close-knit brotherhood hell-bent on one thing only: chasing poker greatness. Powered by bleeding-edge wolf strats and led by Coach Brad and his lieutenants, CPG Wolves are systematically prepared for almost any spot they'll encounter on the green felt. If you want to plug into an elite team and have a step-by-step game plan to realize your full poker potential, you can apply at cpgwolves.com. Space is limited, and the pack is only as strong as its weakest member. So only the hungriest, grittiest, and most driven will be accepted into the program. Applications are open at cpgwolves.com.
All right, welcome back to today's episode of Tactical Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed the break. Now we've got another hand queued up where John's going to be value betting on the river and trying to figure out what the best size is. So to start out, John has the ace of diamonds, queen of hearts. He opens to $25. The big blind 3 bets to $120, and John calls. So everything here is pretty standard. 245 in the pot. Villain has 865 behind. The flop is queen of spades, 6 of diamonds, deuce of diamonds. So John flops top pair, top kicker with a backdoor nut flush draw. Villain here starts with a check, and so we'll pick up your thought process at this stage.
Yeah, actually, this is I wasn't even ready to talk about this as like a decision point, but this is definitely there definitely is a decision here whether to bet top pair, top picker, or check back. I decided to check back here. I think I'm actually kind of indifferent towards like betting and checking in this spot. I think ace queen is definitely going to be strong enough to bet. I think one of the nice things is that like we just don't have that much to protect against, especially when they check. I think they're checking. Maybe I can go into like what I think their checking range indicates. Like I think it's going to be a lot of pairs like 6x through jacks. Maybe they're weaker queen x, and then maybe some like absolute whiffs like ace five of clubs or something that just doesn't want to put more money in.
So that category of hands probably wants to play for like 2 bets in general.
Yeah,
makes sense. So you check back the flop. Turn is an 8 of spades, and villain goes ahead and checks again. So at this stage of the game, pretty sure we should start betting for value.
Yeah, so definitely betting for value here on the turn. I think sizing, like I think there's just a lot of cool things that I can do with sizing here to like set up river sizes and whatnot. There's just so many. I think part of that is that like there's just so many. I think I'm going to be perceived to have so many bluffs on this turn. So yeah, I mean, this is where really like I wanted to start discussion, like what size are you betting on the turn, and kind of like what are you
70.
thinking about in terms of river sizing?
I would just go 70.
70 and then jam the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like there's 245. You bet 70, like 160-ish. Villain's gonna have 700. There's gonna be like a little over 600 in the pot. So SPR is around 1, and you can just jam river versus check.
Yeah,
But
I think that's
either
like
70 or overbet. Probably.
wow.
your
I
best
went
two
like
options.
totally in the other direction. I thought 70 would be like the standard size for sure. I just wanted to get I don't know. I guess I was trying to get called by like a very wide range. Once he checks twice, and so I went with 30 and then overbet.
Yeah, maybe that is perceived to be bluffier. 30 overbet. It's actually, that might be better than 70. I'm assuming that's the reason why was keep their bluff catchers.
Right.
Like,
Right.
have no reduction on their bluff catchers, and then
Exactly.
just rip river.
Have
overbet.
every single pair call the turn basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty good thought, I think. So you bet 80 into 245. Villain calls. River's a 7 of hearts. So final board is queen 6 deuce 8 7. There's no flush available. Villain checks. There's 4 of 4 in the pot. They've got 785, and now you just hit them with the 2x.
Yep. Just hope to get bluff caught by that weak queen x, the pocket pairs between nines, tens, and jacks. I guess exactly now.
Here's an overbet. Overbet for value.
Yeah. Okay.
That's exactly the spot from the hand before
Yeah.
with a pair.
I think this spot, I don't know, maybe it's like because of the board texture, like queen 6 deuce 8 double flush draw on the turn. I'm just like, like I get to rep so many, just missed stuff here. Although I guess 9-10 gets there, and that's like the only thing that completes. But yeah, I'm still gonna have like all the jack 10s, all the jack 9s, all the spades, all the diamonds that check back, and then like probably just some like total random stuff like king jack of clubs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it's good. I was just pointing out that like you have top pair in both spots, and like the one you're hesitant to overbet, and the other you're like happy to 2x rip.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the last hand I really didn't consider overbetting, but I think that's really cool on the river, and like
Well, you got more money by overbetting.
yeah, but I don't expect people to induce. Like I would expect people to hero. Like I would expect the EV of overbetting to be higher than the EV of betting big and sometimes inducing.
They probably just call with the 4 when you overbet.
Yeah, exactly.
On the river. So like you miss inducing, but I think they don't always jam with the 4 either.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like, yeah.
Oh, I really like overbet in the last hand.
Yeah. Works out here. They do have the top pair, which is nice, and they block 9-10, which is nice for them, they think. But hero reigns supreme again. Max value from top pair.
Yeah.
Top kicker versus top pair weak kicker.
Honestly, this is kind of a big cooler when like it's a 3-bet pot and the flop gets checked through. I think like that guy was probably so happy to call it with queen 10.
I'm not exactly sure what you could do to make them fold the top pair. I don't know if there's anything that you could do if you just open rip the flop. Yeah. They might call it top pair. So like this is a hand where they're pretty much destined to get stacked.
Yeah.
Or the hand that they have, but the goal is to basically stack a wider spectrum of hands by taking the line that you took. So well played. That's really all that I have for this week's episode of Tactical Tuesday. Look at us, man. We got like sub 20 minutes. We're like a sitcom type length now, 21-minute episodes. We can fit in 9 minutes of commercials somehow. Make it 30.
We just have to find some sponsors.
Yeah, need to find sponsor. It's just going to be like wolf ads for 9 minutes straight.
Us sponsoring ourselves.
Every street is a wolf ad. All right. Good episode. Good stuff. As always. Until next time.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Thanks for listening to Chasing Poker Greatness. You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts or on your favorite podcast app. Go to chasingpokergreatness.com to get the newsletter. Join the Greatness Village community, book a coaching session, or dive into the latest data-driven poker courses. Follow the show on Twitter @CPG Podcast.